Welcome to another episode of 15 ideogram prompts, where I share a bunch of print-on-demand centric prompts with you that can help you improve your designs. And by the way, I also put together a massive 100 prompt PDF for print-on-demand sellers. It took me a lot of hours to put that together for you, and you can find it by the first link in the description. The first prompt today is quite a cool style. This prompt starts with an intricate and eerie dark fantasy illustration featuring a human skull at the center. This could definitely work on t-shirts. I could see that working. Maybe you would have to make the format a little bit smaller, more towards a square and not as tall, but the style definitely looks really cool. Is it going to work for every niche? Probably not, but some animal or nature themed stuff, I could see this style working quite well. And maybe also try it if you're selling posters, because this definitely looks pretty cool and it's quite intricate as well, quite detailed, which might work well on something like a display. Prompt number 2 is more of a sort of pastel hand-drawn style. Looks really cool. I like the fact that the outline is very well defined, which is going to make it easy to remove the background of these graphics. The color schemes and the sort of hand-drawn feel is probably going to be very suitable if you've got some kids-centric niches or some feminine niches. In this case, we've got a frog holding a tea, which looks pretty cool. I could see it working for many other topics as well, though. And also bear in mind that all of the prompts that I'm talking about and mentioning in this video are linked below as well. The links will bring you to the ideogram page where you can leave a like on the design, and then you can just click retry, and that will bring up the prompt right here for you to use and modify for your own niches. So if you're looking for a more simplistic style, then this prompt should definitely help you out. It creates a very minimalist style, almost a little bit like line art or a type of icon, logo design-esque. And the prompt starts off with golden tribal icon, a tribal being an interesting keyword right here. And we've got tattoo in this, a few times tattoo design, coloring book. So yeah, try this prompt out if you're looking for a more simple style, because it seems to get some really cool results. Next up, we've got a good simple prompt that will help you create some American flag themed designs, especially in combination with animals. So we've got this dog right here wearing an American flag hat and t-shirt. Some of these is also holding a flag, but yeah, there we go. Wow, this turned out weird. That's a magic prompt, I guess. That's probably why. Simple prompt, easy to change, and you can get some cool results in a more of a cartoon vector art style, which is always very suitable for t-shirts. And here we go with a bit of a different style. This is more of a travel poster. So again, if you're designing posters, maybe if you're uploading to Displayed, then try out this prompt. It looks really cool. Like the frame as well, add it onto it, and I'm glad Ideogram gets the prompt or the text very accurate now, and most of these look spelled correctly, even though there's a bit of a flag in the way. It still turned out great, and yeah, nice style. Definitely makes for a neat travel poster design. New York, probably oversaturated niche, but you can use this and apply it to lots of other locations as well. And here we've got a bit more of a gothic vibe, so if you're after those kind of designs, something a bit more dark and gritty, then test out this magic prompt right here. Always bear that in mind if you're clicking on the links underneath the video. Make sure that if there is a magic prompt, to actually use that one, because that's what the result is from. The original prompt up here is not what created this image. So yeah, this is more of a gothic theme. It definitely looks pretty cool, and perhaps a bit challenging with some of the edges for removing the background, but I am going to upload a video for that soon, I promise. I've had it recorded for a while, but I haven't had time to get it edited and upload it to YouTube. But yeah, there is a more in-depth tutorial coming on how to remove difficult backgrounds with a manual method, so stay tuned for that. I hope it's coming out in the next week or two. Now moving on to the next prompt. This one is a little bit different. You would assume that a captivating 3D render is not very ideal for print on demand, and typically I wouldn't recommend adding something like that to your prompt, but in this case some of the results actually look pretty damn cool, and I think it is once again thanks to some of the keywords used right here. So we've got tribal lizard tattoo right here. The word tribal seems to give some really cool patterns, and tattoo also helps kind of skew it more into the direction of print on demand graphics. So definitely check this one out. Create some really cool graphics and designs that I could see working for print on demand, either on their own or in combination with text. Obviously this bit of text at the bottom is not ideal, but that's just one random result. These other ones seem to be more blank, and then still have space for you to, resize this, maybe rotate it a bit and add some text to it as well if needed. So next up, we probably have one of the simplest prompts that I've ever shared, but it shows once again that sometimes less is more. It doesn't always have to be a complicated, super long prompt. In this case, we've got beautiful detailed illustration of a teacup, white background, illustration. Simple and straightforward, and there's two results right here which have a pretty consistent, nice looking style. If you're going to use it, don't use magic prompts, because as you can see, this person has got 2 magic prompt results, and both times we've got more of a photograph and nothing that's usable for POD. But yeah, these 2 results definitely look great, especially this one. Really cool style. Like the colors and some of the detail in these graphics. And next up here, we've got a really cool result with a magic prompt this time, and it is my spirit animal with a sloth sort of laying on top. Really cool. And the spirit animal phrase or design style is quite popular in print on demand as well, so that should be useful. Obviously you can use this prompt for different animals as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be an animal either. If you can come up with something funny, that might work as well. And here is another prompt if you're looking to design posters or maybe phone cases, something with all over print. In this case, it creates a very cool looking sort of oil painting, impressionist style. If you zoom in on this graphic, you will see sort of the paint brushes. Really like the style, the colors, and in this case we've got some ships as a subject, but obviously you could try and amend the prompt, and the results look fairly consistent in terms of their style. So if you're after something like this and you're creating posters, phone cases, etc., then do test out this prompt right here. And we've got magic prompts on pretty much all of these as well, so bear that in mind if you want to copy some of these styles. And again, if you're trying to create something American flag themed, here is a really simple but effective prompt. It says t-shirt design, colorful American eagle head with patriotic symbols on its head. I wouldn't really put patriotic symbols because, as you can see, it didn't work that well. It says Terrican, but it's about the style which turned out really good in some of these graphics. Like right here, the magic prompt turned out a really great result for the eagle. You can see right here again, the letters don't really make sense, but you could definitely use the graphic within your designs. So yeah, check out this prompt, get some decent results on its own or in magic prompt format as well. And here we go with a trusty old vintage sunset design. In this case, we've got a magic prompt across all of these different results, so they are a bit different, but in some cases we've got a really cool looking result. Bear in mind with this text, like if you're going to use the same phrases or any phrases for that matter, always check for trademarks. And the mountains are calling and I must go sounds like the type of phrase that someone might have already trademarked. So yeah, try and come up with your own phrases and always make sure to check before you post anything. And yeah, here we go, cool little vintage sunset illustration for the hiking niche, but obviously you can amend the prompt as well to fit a different niche, different topic entirely. And next up with this prompt, you will get a very sort of simple clip art style. Again, useful for t-shirts, paths, stickers as well, stuff like that. Here we've got a cactus with a gaming controller and a headset. Also very clear outline. This sort of black stroke makes it very easy to remove the background, which is always a good bonus. And next up, we've got a prompt that is more suited for text-based designs, and especially if you want a gold effect, because that's kind of the idea right here. You've got your letters with this sort of gold pattern embedded into it. Looks pretty neat. It's not going to work in every niche, but if you want to try out this prompt for these sort of cool scripty gold designs, then definitely check it out. And here we've got a very cool sort of action-based result for this girl skating. It's a bit of a longer prompt, but if you wanted to mend it for different hobbies as well, anything to do with sport, then definitely give that a try. The result looks really cool, and yeah, I could see that working either on its own or against, once again, like a vintage backdrop, vintage sunset backdrop, something like that. You could add this graphic on top, but yeah, really cool style. Definitely looks very action based and fun, and this sort of design or the art style definitely suits print on demand as well. And here we have a quick bonus prompt. I'm not sure how usable this is for t-shirt designs, but I still wanted to show you this one because the style seems quite unique. And the prompt is very simple. It says flower, dissolving, steam, mosaic. So I think mosaic is definitely an interesting keyword. The dissolving steam thingy probably makes this a lot harder to cut out the background than it has to be, so maybe leave that out. But yeah, interesting style. It has these sort of boxes in the mosaic style, and yeah, this result's also pretty decent. Some of the others are not 100% there, but yeah, test this out if you're looking for something unique. If you're still looking for some additional prompts to help you out with your designs, then either check out the PDF in the link in the description, or alternatively watch this video next.